the Vale, but I BMXed up and down from Rubik Avenue. It was my hood. So,
So you're
yeah,
a real
humble.
China, but
humble. Hey, China. Hey, Butts. I'm actually a Butt, not
Hey,
a
but
China.
yeah.
But, and I just saw a brand called Primi Piatti, in early 2000, and it was such a strong brand. It was so powerful, nothing like it on the marketplace. I fell in love with the brand, and I dived in at 24, and the next time I looked up, I was 29 years old. I'd spent a good 6, 7, well, that's 5 years only, 4 years, but it felt like 150 years. But yeah, I was there for a good 5 years grafting. I mean, you can imagine one restaurant on its own is a 6-day week, day and night scenario. I had
Yes.
6 of them. It was nonstop. But I learned culture, manufacturing, purchasing, sales, customer care. I learned everything underneath one umbrella under a very pressured environment where the guys who own Premi, they're hardcore guys. They're not any pushovers, and they were really putting a lot of pressure on us for many different reasons. And obviously, having restaurants with queues going out the door pretty much every night, and that's what Premi was. We had pressure from so many different sides, and I learned a lot in a very short period of time. And so ultimately, it was one of the best things I ever did. Besides the fact that it also declared me bankrupt, which was the ultimate sort of finale in my hospitality world adventure. Which again also taught me a lot about the value of money, time, and your own self-worth. So all in all, it was a fantastic 20s. I mean, I had the best jaw ever.
what is it like, right? You have all this money in the world, and then all of a sudden you're having to declare bankruptcy. Like, I mean, phew, I can't
Wow.
imagine
Wow. Sure.
the yeah, how that must feel mentally. Like,
Oof.
or yeah,
Yeah, dude, I remember taking photos of my car when it was getting taken away. And I remember having to leave my home and move into my friend's second bedroom. It is supposed to be the holistic approach of micro inspection of ourselves, mega exploration of the world, and macro perspective of what you do with it. Those are the three sectors or segments that I always focus on, whether I'm writing a book or I am giving a keynote or doing a workshop. I always touch on those because I think if you take any one of those out, you don't have a holistic approach on yourself, the future, and how you're supposed to bring yourself into the future. So, but how do you create that elegantly? How do you come about that with fierce laser focus with kindness, consciousness, and the sort of idea that feminine consciousness is starting to take over the world, and we're starting to celebrate gentleness, collaboration, kindness in a man's world. Those are sissy, nana, little girl things. Stop doing that. It's about brute force. It's about direct power. That's become almost like disgusting. And look what's happening around the world. Look at the Me Too hashtag. Look at all these sexual predators being like exposed. This is consciousness. This is hyper transparency that this new world of technology is bringing for us.
We'd love to watch Gary Vee open up for you on stage. So we look forward to that day. And we'll definitely, we'll make sure we're going to be there.
I saw you go, woo, big boy. I love that because that's a challenge for me. And that's an audacious goal, man. It's an audacious intention for me to put up. You know where I got that from? This is such a great, I highly recommend everybody in the whole world watch this. There's a documentary about Richie McCaw called Chasing Greatness.